still think of women as being the caregivers, the nurturant ones.
Because it's not just in that sort of political world, is it? Because you yourself, you've come up against this, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, I've openly written about the fact that I don't want children, and I always bring it up on dates because I think it's important. And I've been met with, first of all, when you say it in conversation, people are, they don't believe you. They say, oh, well, maybe you'll change your mind one day. I used to feel like that, but then I met someone fantastic, and then I changed my mind, and now I'm really happy. Or I've also put it on dating websites, and I got quite an abusive comment from a couple of guys. One said, how can you, are you one of these career-thirsty women that doesn't want children, and how could you deny your man the chance to have children? I want to be with you. And then I went on a date with a guy once who said he tried to be diplomatic, and he said, I find women that want children real women, and I find women that don't want children somehow not feminine.
So you're pretty upfront about it. You say that's one of the things you say. You go out on a date and you're quite upfront about it. But why do you say that these women can be oversensitive?
Well, I suppose I'm a bit older. I'm 54, and I have to say, in my whole life, I've never had anyone say anything negative to me about not having children. But I suppose I've never really. I'm much sort of less passionate about the whole thing. I mean, I just sort of drifted into childlessness. I just sort of drifted into childlessness. But I do think it is true that people can be say quite mean things, like as you've had bad experience. But I can honestly say that people have been very diplomatic about. People don't really bring it up, but my friends who've got children, they don't really talk about it, and people would never ever make a judgment.
Do you think it's very different for men and women in this situation? If a man goes on and doesn't have children, do you think he's judged in a different way to a woman?
Absolutely. I think he's judged as being independent, career hungry. It's totally accepted. When a woman does it, she's somehow thought to be not a real woman, or she's somehow thought to be putting her career first. I think there's this assumption that as a woman, you should primarily be having children, be getting married, and you're somehow denying someone, or even denying yourself something in order to have children, because men are just not judged that way. Successful, child-free men are not judged.
But it's the woman that ends up having to do most of the work anyway, and take a lot of the responsibility, isn't it? So I do sort of think that some men are judged a bit, like Edward Heath or something, because he didn't marry and have children. People did think he was a bit, it doesn't help someone's career. People like people to look sort of normal, don't they?